What's up, kings? What's up, queens? What's up, all of my bosses and everyone in their respectable places? What's up to all of my young people? I am Queen Boss Lady, and I'm back to do another video. So, if y'all don't got y'all one of these, y'all better go get y'all one. It's some sunshine and a blanket, some grass. You know, y'all don't got y'all one, y'all better go get y'all one. In my other video, my quick reading, my love video, I soaked up all the sun. It started raining, but we back outside. And I say we because my baby's over there on their little pad too. So God began to speak to me last night about a particular situation that I know a lot of people are wondering why don't your parents want you to be great? Why don't your parents want to see you succeed in life? Or why don't your parents, and when I say parents, I mean your mother and your father. And it can also be, I'm hearing right now, etc. It could be your mama, your sister, your brother, just people in your family. They don't want to see you do great. They don't want to see you excel. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you prosper. They don't want to see you rise. They don't want to see you shine. They don't want to see you happy. But most of all, they don't want to see you be successful in life. And I know a lot of you ask yourself this question, like, why is that? It's the one thing that you can't understand or understand. And so God began to speak to me, and he began to tell me, this is what he told me. They don't want us to know who we are because they don't want us to be in the position of power, in a position of authority, in a position to change the rules. Because without changing the rules, we will with changing the rules, we will change the world. Because they don't want the world to be changed. These are the people who are operating out of hatred, and they don't know how to operate out of love. So they don't want to see us in position of power because they feel like they would have to abide and obey the rules that we have defined and that we have made and that we have created. They don't want to see us have any more than them. They want us to be piss poor and begging them, so we look up to them, and so that we idolize them and we look at them as gods. They want us to be just sitting there like, okay, what did I do? They want us to just be, I'll find it. They want us to just be sitting there looking at our, successful mother. She has a nice career, a nice car, a nice home, and they just want us to be sitting there like lusting after their life. Oh, if I could just only get me a successful job, or if I could just, get me something off of the ground and get my own stability. They want us to lust after their lives. That's why they don't want us to have anything, because they want to be worshiped. They want to be idolized. They want to be in control of the rules that they have already made. These people want to play God. Okay? And they want us begging, and they want us idolizing and worshiping them and their guidelines. They want to be worshipped as God, and that's why they try to strip us of everything. Our rights, your stability, who we really are, information about us, ownership. They don't want us to own leadership. They don't want us to be leaders. They hate us because we know how to love. We know how to care. We know how to be genuine. We know how to be mindful. We know how to be loyal. These people don't know how to do these things. They only know how to we know how to fast, we know how to eat, we know how to pray. And these people only know how to kill, steal, and destroy. They don't want us to be more than what they have become, because they don't want us to do more than what they have done. Because then everybody would overlook them. So they try and keep you stuck, bound, chained, and going in circles and going in cycles and chasing your own tail for the truth about who you really are, what you're really capable of, what you really own, what's really yours, what you're really entitled to. These people want you to chase your own tail when they know everything. And they know that you are the head and not the tail. And so they make you chase your tail so that it creates an illusion and so that you don't know who you are. Because of this message right here, it's even gotten to the point where people wake up to their own families and what they have been doing and got away with. They first used to chase us. They first used to chase their family members down that got away and that started waking up. But then they realized there's other devils in the community just like them. And once they recognize us, they're going to try and do the same thing. Sacrifice us. Or sacrifice you. So, like the witches and the warlocks and the devils that they are, they say, yes, let them go. Let them get as far as they want to. We know people in the community will see their light, will see their purpose, will see their mission just as we have. And these people in the community will do our dirty work for us. Yes, let the community do the dirty work. The stalking, the gang stalking, the harassment, the creating illusions, the slandering, betraying, trying to set you up, stealing our creative side, our creativity, stealing our ideas. They get a kick out of anybody that steals an idea from you. Your parents get a kick out of it. Anybody that tries to steal your personality, your parents get a kick out of it. It's a satisfaction. It satisfies them in a way that you could never imagine, the fact that someone is stealing from her just like they are. And this is why these people are mentally disturbed, and they don't see anything wrong with what they're doing because everyone is doing it. I love it. Days over. They want to be in the same position as us, or as you. I keep saying us. They want to be in the same position as you, because then a lot of these people would be in position, and if they want to be in your position because they don't want you to be in your position. Because if they allow the real healers in this world to be healers, guess what would happen? A lot of the hospitals would close. A lot of the hospitals would be bare. There would be some people, but it would be very slim. And what does slim mean? How are the doctors going to perform miracles if healers, real healers, are in position to perform these healings? How are they going to get a paycheck? How are they going to keep the hospital doors open when we have real healers in position to heal and cure certain diseases, certain things? How are the doctors going to continue to get paid? That's why they seek to slay you. Because they don't want the world to change. They don't want the world to be elevated to a new dimension, to a new being, to a new way of living. And it's not really the new way of living, it's really the old way of living. They just took it away. What about the medications? If healers are in position to heal, how are the pharmacies gonna stay open to make pills and to make medicine and to make their own potions to heal people in the communities? A lot of people would be without a job if the healers are able to live and survive all these attacks that were created by your own parents, non-believers. They be ready to run down there to the hospital because they live and they thrive off of sympathy. They want people around the hospital bed and praising and worshiping them and bringing them flowers and bringing them food, treating them as if they're a god. So your mother and your father definitely don't want the hospital doors closed. Your mother and your father is still polluting this world, still polluting this earth by selling pills, by selling drugs. So if that stops, how are they going to be in position to get paid? Yeah, the medication probably wouldn't even exist if we had real healers that know how to make real healing remedies and really heal people. Okay? If they allowed healers to heal, the church wouldn't even be getting paid. The church is a business, it is a funding, and is able to keep the business going if they allow real spiritual leaders to lead and to actually speak. A lot of churches would be closed if they allowed the real healers and the real leaders to even get in position to get information. A lot of the schools would close because these real healers, these real teachers, these real leaders, they want to teach their children about the land, about the earth, about common sense, about the real things that y'all need to survive. And if this happens, how are the teachers going to get paid? How is the government going to keep the schools open? Yes, I'm pulling up my shirt. I want y'all listening to what I'm saying and paying attention to what I'm saying, not paying attention to Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks. Okay. Okay, so Yes, how are these teachers going to get a paycheck? How is the government going to still fund the school? If we have real leaders in position and they're teaching through different teaching skills, and they have a totally different way of teaching. The wind just flipped over. The wind just flipped over. Okay, these people could, you know, they talk backwards. They're not really smart. They just play like they smart. But it says always trying to outdo you. And that's what these people live for. That's what your parents, that's been their whole life. 555 on the clock. That's been their whole life, to outdo their own child. Something that they carried. Something that they gave birth to. Something that, I'm getting something that caused them so much pain. And now they want to return that pain that you caused to you. Because this is how sick they are. They had pleasure and fun in making you. Oh yeah, they had so much fun. So much pleasure. I'm hearing it was a beautiful night. Everything was just right. Everything was just right. Everything went smooth. It was the best night. It was the best day making you. They got the best pleasure of their life making you. And then when they realize, because these people are nosy, they intruded on your life before you were even born. Your mother and your father went and got a reading done on you in the womb. And this is why a lot of times God keeps things hidden from us, and in a good way though, because God is always going to reveal it to you. It's just when you're ready. But see, when these devils and these witches and these warlocks, they jumped the gun and they went and got a reading done on you when you were in the womb, and your mother and your father found out they was carrying something that was 1,000 times better than them. Your mother and your father found out that they were carrying something that was going to be 1,000, 1,000,000, and trillion times better than they have ever been in their whole life. No matter what these people could come up with, no matter how much success these people could come up with, they still was never going to outdo you. And that's when jealousy strikes. That's when envy comes in. I'm getting your mother just whoop, birthed you out and handed you on. It let the games begin. Let the torturing begin. They already had a scheme and a plan and a plot when you were in the wombs. If we could just keep this child tortured. I'm seeing someone juggled. If we could just keep this child juggling all their life with so many curses, with so many bearing, just bearing so many things, fighting so many different spiritual attacks. How is this child going to ever figure out and find out who they really are if we are working around the clock 24/7? Your mother and your father never even had their own real life. Their life and every move that they've made in their life was all centered around you. And that's how beautiful and that's how special that you are. Whew. Okay? Yeah, a lot of these schools will get shut down because other people that want their child or their children to know this type of knowledge, they're gonna be taking their kids to the spiritual reader, to the spiritual leader, to someone who's really connected to God. When you're sending your children off to school, you don't know really who's teaching them. No disrespect, I like all races, I love all races, I care for all kind, but we're gonna think logical here. We're gonna think what was already done, and it's not my fault that it was done. It's not your fault that it was done either. But we used to be slaves. Your grandmother and your grandfather used to be slaves. And so you sending your children to school, and now the granddaughters are teaching your children. The same white people that had your grandmother and your grandfather enslaved are now teaching your children. We don't know if these people believe in God that's teaching our children. We don't know if they're devil worshipers. We just sending them off to school, because guess what? That's how the rules is. That's how the programming is. I just feel like I'm really far. So I'm gonna bring it up a little bit. Okay. So, yeah, how are they gonna get paid? So we would have change if we would be in position to rule the land that was ours in the first place. These changes would happen. That's why it's hard for black people to own something. It's, a lot of people say that it's not, and that's because they have white people helping them. They have white people that are bankers, that are friends, and it's good, because a lot of white people, they are tired of seeing our race and our kind suppressed as well. Even the race that used to attack us is now, oh, that bird was beautiful, is now tired as well. But guess who ain't gonna get tired? Our people. Of suppressing our people. Guess who ain't gonna get tired? Your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother. Because they just cannot. They have a mental issue. They have a mental condition. And you are their mental issue. You know how you see something? I remember seeing something online, and it just made my whole skin crawl. Like, I literally I had, like, I don't suffer from panic attacks. I don't suffer from anxiety or any of that. And I know my kings and my queens, we don't suffer from any anxiety or anything either. But it's like, in that moment, I kind of like felt it coming on, and I had to rebuke it. But it was a triggering for me. It was something and I had to pray about it, and I had to meditate about it, and then I had to face that fear. I literally had to go back and look at that thing and look at it square, like, no, you're not about to affect my soul in any way, shape, or form. This image that I was seeing. That's what you do to your mother. That's what you do to your father. You affect them in a way. It's like their skin just crawls, and it's creepy. Y'all, my kids getting too loud. That's what you do to your parents. Okay? And that's why they don't want us in this position to rule the land that was ours in the first place. They don't want us to know who we really are, because they want to be who we really are. And I'm getting in their sick head and in their sick minds they have been living as us. Because if you look at your mom and your dad, they're not having any issues with, you know, people stalking them. No one's stalking them. Babe, come on. No one's gang stalking them. No one's tapping their phone. Oh, I'm hearing as of now, yes, it is. But I'm speaking of in the past. They didn't have to deal with these things because they were living as you. And they were causing all these attacks on your life so you would stay low vibrational, so you would stay in a paranoid state, so you would stay in anxiety. Oh my God, someone's always watching me, I know for me, my mother used to pay people to mess with my door handles and stuff like that at night. Because these people, they don't want you to feel safe in your environment, because you can create a whole new world within your own environment. Within your own peace, you can create a new environment. And that's why they throw so much magic at your stability. They throw so much magic at your house, your home, your living situation. And she would pay people to mess with my doorknob handles. And I remember the first time that it happened, I was scared. I was scared, you know? And that's what they want you to be too. Also, they want you to be scared. They want you to be in fear, you know, because if you're scared, that means their magic is working, because God hasn't given us the spirit to, you know, be scared or be fearful. So that's letting them know that, hey, the magic is working. We're going to go ahead and amplify the magic. And I'm hearing them talk and say, let's amplify the magic. She's scared. And so the first time it happened, I remember just, you know, I didn't care who came and stayed with me. And see, this is a part of the magic. You get scared and you make irrational decisions. And you get somebody to come stay with you, and now you got a whole killer staying with you that is a part that's in on it too. And then I remember this, they couldn't hold it together, and they ended up, they started playing on my phone, you know, so they're playing with the door handles, and then they're playing on your phone, and it's a lot. And your parents are doing this, and they're in their house, laid back, chillaxing, chilling, living in your energy, living as you. I'm even hearing that some of your parents would refer to themselves as you. They're like, oh no, call me so and so. Whatever your nickname is, that's what they're telling people in the community to refer to them as. I'm getting, even if you had a deceased friend or brother or relative, they now go by that relative's name, because they have been living. Oh my God, let me finish this before my phone gets too hot and it shut off. They don't want us to know who we are because they're living as if they're us. Okay? Ooh, because they want to be us. They really are us in their minds. They think that they are gods. They think that they can rewrite what has already been written for our lives and for our destiny. God is going to prove them all wrong. They want to be us so they can keep getting what's ours. They want to be us so they can keep getting what's ours. They've been getting what's ours for a very long time now, even if it's just peace. We deserve peace. They're getting peace in their home while they're sending people to mess with your door handles. They're getting peace on their phone because no one is stalking them. No one is prank calling them. I'm here rolling in my 6'4". Dun-dun-dun. This is what they don't want us to have. The wind is blowing the cards over. That's what I was trying to say earlier. They don't want our territory to be enlarged. Because if it is, it's going to be larger than theirs. It's going to be larger than what they could ever imagine. And they know this. Because they're so sneaky and conniving, they've already, you know, I'm hearing they get continuous readings on you. Back to rolling in my 6'4". They get a peace of mind. They get to get in their cars and drive wherever they want to without anyone following them, without any paranoia energies attacking them. This is coming to a stop. Yeah. These people, they want you to grow with them. See, they want to put your life on pause. Let's just pause it right here. Let's keep this person going in circles, chasing their own tails, and we're going to go after success, and we're going to climb this ladder of success. Fame, I'm hearing fame, money, cars, clothes, shoes. We going to stack up. We going to stack up. While this person is neglecting their hygienes because they got you living as them. Royalty, can you please get mommy that card? Thank you, cutie. They want you to grow with me. Thank you, sweetheart. Didn't I say that you make their skin crawl? Your happiness kills them, and it literally does. They literally lose life when you are happy. It just does something to them. I don't know if this is showing up like kind of dark, but it just does something to them. Your happiness. They may end up passing away because of this new joy that you have found. It kills them. You're not allowed to have this. They've been living in this energy for a long, I'm getting over 30 years. They've been living in this energy of being at peace. I'm getting, because they can go to the doctors and get the right diagnosis and everything. You can't go to the doctor and get no diagnosis. They gonna tell you they're gonna lie. They're gonna lie to you because they know who you are too. Stability. Didn't I say they mess with your stability? They send people in these leasing offices. They send people in these different organizations to mess with your stability. They will even call your job if they have to. Yeah, these are some rebels, but they're in reverse. And they think that, this is what they think, that no evil shall come to them, because they have sent all the evil energies your way, all the negative entities your way, all the hindering spirits your way. So, you know, they're just laid in the shade, drinking a glass of lemonade. They paid. They don't have to worry about this. because they're poisoning other people's minds about you. I'm getting, don't try to have a boyfriend, because when you take your boyfriend over to Sunday dinner at your mom's house, for one, the dinner is laced. For one, this already came out, and look, I shuffled. This is a big deck. Look at what's out again. Always trying to outdo you. For one, the dinner is already laced with voodoo, hoodoo, spells. I'm getting, you may even notice that this person has cooked a big meal and they're not even eating. But they're allowing the whole family to eat, because they are poisoning the whole family to see things the way that they see things, to back them up with this vicious attack. Not only that, when you leave to wash your hands or something like that, your mother is attacking this new love. Your mother is sitting there, I don't know how she get a man when she don't even take care of her hygiene. She don't even, and your boyfriend, your new love, has already eaten this food, so he's unable to think for himself. He know what it smelled like down there, because he's always down there. So instead of him being able to think clearly and be like, excuse me, ma'am, you need to pay more attention to what's going on. So yeah, I'm outside and the kids, they love me, they see me, now they coming over here. But yeah, he's unable to think clearly for himself, to say, no, I'm recording right now. For him to say, like, I know what my girlfriend is. I know what she do. He's unable to think clearly for himself. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here.